Uh-huh. Okay, it is recording now.
Okay. Do you want to wait? Oh, he's there. Okay. Well, welcome to Diabetes Support Group. I'm Stephanie Loveland, and I would like for each of you to introduce yourself and say your favorite animal.
Okay, well, I love, I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
I like this, and I like cats, and I like dogs, and I like, so yeah,
And what was your name?
Angela.
Okay, nice to meet you, Angela.
Okay, I could go next. My name is Haley Eslick, and my favorite animal is probably cats, but I like all animals, so.
Do you have a cat box behind you?
Yes, that's his little cat tree. He was in the window a second ago, but I think he followed my husband downstairs.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And then, what is your name?
My name is Manny. I guess my favorite animal would be the rhinoceros because it overcomes every trial that comes into its life. Just like I do sometimes, I like to overcome my trials easily. I've struggled to dominate a lot in my life, and I think rhinos can really relate to me.
That's a really good animal. My favorite animal is probably a penguin, just because they're cute. So today in the support group, we're going to talk about our struggles with food and having diabetes, so our diet and nutrition. Do you have any personal stories that you want to share about?
I want to go first.
Okay. What stories do you have, Angela?
Let's see. Well, I grew up eating a lot of junk food, and my parents actually have diabetes, but they won't like go fix it themselves. Like they just keep eating worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do they have type 1 or type 2?
Type 2.
Do they need insulin?
My mom takes the pills, and my dad's kind of in denial that he has diabetes. So he'll just like eat badly like all the time.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel helpless because I'm in a public health major, and I don't really know how to help them help themselves, but this is why I'm learning, right? So.
What about you, Manny? Do you have any food-related diabetes things?
Well, I think that, I don't want to burst Angela's bubble, but I think I have a bigger problem. I've seen that what's it called? Well, my whole family has diabetes. I even think my dog has diabetes, and it's an insurmountable problem that it's hard to overcome it, but somehow I've kept on. I kept on even though through all the difficulties and the problems that diabetes comes with. Unfortunately, it is a struggle with my family because we have to take in consideration what we eat and what we do. But I think we're doing good right now.
That's good. And then what about you, Haley?
Well, I have a couple family members with diabetes, and I just want to learn a little bit more about it.
Okay, well, this group is good for you. Have you guys found that it's hard to like go out to eat and make sure that you like balance your insulin and your food intake?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. All the time. It's just, oh man, what can I say? It's hard because I like to eat In and Out and Jack in the Box. Oh man, it's so good. But
yeah.
But I just had to hold myself and take my insulin, because if not, then I have some bad problems.
So, anybody else want to share?
Yeah, so I actually forgot my aunt. She's really skinny, but she actually has diabetes too. And I feel like it might run in my family. So then now I'm starting to think, how am I supposed to deal with that? Because, you know, like carbs are also sugar. And so then you start to think like, is this going to be a part of my life too? I mean, because I guess you kind of think that type 2 diabetes is for bigger people. But I guess if you just overload your body and you just don't have enough insulin to get rid of it. So that's been on my mind, like, lately, to be more aware of what I eat. Because it could be like hitting me in the middle age area. Who knows?
What are some of the like choices you make instead of going out to eat? What do you do?
I mean, I try to meal prep. It's just, it takes so long. And then so it's so easy to just go out and eat. Like with my wedding coming up, I thought I would be eating a lot better to like prepare for, you know, trying to look good in the wedding dress, right? But I had like my GRE happen. And so I passed that. I got into University of Utah. And so I've been like kind of celebrating with that. I mean, it's good. Yes, it's good. But like I feel like I've been dipping back down to eating badly. So.
What about you, Haley? You've been a little quiet.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it much. It kind of is stressful for me to think about what my family's diabetes is going to do to them, and I know they don't want to do anything about it, so I'm kind of bad about talking about it.
That can be hard, but that's what the support group's for. You're in a safe place, and you can share your feelings if you feel the need. We won't share anything with our friends or spouses or anything.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything specific that you guys wanted to talk about tonight? About diabetes?
Maybe what some healthier eating options are, or like ways that you can actually make the switch of like specific foods that are bad and what to replace them with, I guess.
Okay. That was actually going to be my suggestion too, yeah.
That's good. So maybe we could like go around and each say like a not ideal choice food and then a food that would be better. Does that sound good? Okay. So I can start. So like you can have a bag of chips, which is delicious, or you could have some carrots instead.
Okay, I have one. Instead of candy of any sorts, you can have an apple. Or, yeah, like an apple or something, fruit.
But what about like a glazed apple? Would that be bad? I mean,
in a perfect world, it would be okay.
Yes, not in a diabetes world. I don't think it'll be okay.
Oh, but
Definitely
I mean,
not.
you gotta look at.
And like, you just have things in like small portions. You can also have a piece of chocolate. But
what if I do like 30% glazed, 70% apple?
I think it's more like 80-20 is the general recommendation.
Or 100%.
I think I'll stick with the 30-70, but I think an apple would be good. I agree with Angela.
So what exactly is a glazed apple?
Just melted sugar on top.
Is it like a donut glaze? Or like a carameled apple?
Caramel apple. Sorry, okay. I don't know why I kept. I'm just thinking about Krispy Kremes right now, and
that's like how I pictured it, like apples on the Krispy Kreme line.
Oh man, I gotta be on my feet right now. What's it called? Yeah, a caramel apple. Sorry, I'm just thinking about Krispy Kreme and just how I ate some right now, but I think it's okay. We eat a little bit here, a little bit there. It's just not too much,
I agree with that. You don't want to feel deprived, but also it's really important for you to eat healthy most of the time.
I have a question, I guess, for discussion. How do you stop yourself from having a little bit and then telling yourself like, oh, just a little bit more, and then you kind of fall downhill and eat the whole entire bag of chips or something like that?
I think portioning them out really helps. I know that it's helped me. Like if I get a box of goldfish, I have a problem and I can just like eat thousands of goldfish.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
but if I put them in bags, I'm like, okay, I can eat that bag of goldfish and that's enough. Like that's all I need.
Right.
So I think portioning them out before you eat them is really important.
That is a good tip. Or how about like with celebrations, same thing, proportion?
Yeah,
like
like you don't need to have 3 slices of cake. You can just have 1 slice or 1 scoop of ice cream.
Okay.
Can we have caramel ice cream?
Yeah.
My idea was with like breakfast foods, not having like Pop-Tarts or sugary cereals, but replacing that with something like oatmeal or toast.
That's really good.
Good, yeah.
And you were saying something, Manny?
No, I'm just saying, how about caramel ice cream?
Well, just 1 scoop of it.
Okay.
Every once in a while. Not every day. I think those are all really good. Do you have any more concerns maybe or like insecurities that you feel that we could talk about? Help you feel a little better about diabetes?
How would you help someone that has diabetes but doesn't want to eat better? Like I was saying earlier with my parents, I've taken ice cream away from my dad's shopping cart before, and he actually got really mad at me in the store.
I could see that because like he's an adult and he doesn't want you to say like limit him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think education is probably the best. What do you guys think? Like if they know what it's doing to them and like if they want to see their grandchildren, they need to be healthy and be aware of it.
Right.
Education is probably the best. And then it's like they have to make their own choice. You being an example helps.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Gotta hit him with the grandkid.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be helpful to not do it in public or in front of people. They don't want to look childish in front of somebody else. It might be a little better to do it in private.
I like that. That's good. Okay, well, for treat tonight, I brought donuts. Just kidding.
Yes. Ah, dang it.
That's what Mommy was craving.
3 minutes.
Okay.
So next week we are actually going to talk about taking your insulin and how it makes you feel. And maybe we could each bring a healthy treat.
I'll somehow make those glazed apples.
Okay.
No glazed apples, Manny.
Dang it.
It's almost healthy.
Maybe I'll make a Google Doc or something so we could sign up for what we're going to bring.
Okay.
Then we don't get doubles.
I like that.
What are some healthy recipes that you guys have?
Oh, I don't know. Haley, you look like you'd have healthy recipes. Do you want to share your favorite?
My favorite's probably lentil soup. I could send that in the Google Doc as well if you'd like. Maybe we could share a whole bunch of recipes together and then we'd have access to them at home too. But I do like me some lentil soup.
I think that would be great, and it sounds delicious. What about you, Manny? Other than glazed apples, what healthy things do you like to make?
Well, I make this really killer vegetable soup. I'll try to bring it the recipe next time so we can all make it.
I like the soup theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's getting cold. Everybody loves soup.
have any healthy recipes? I mean, I just think like celery and peanut butter or something like that.
That's a really great snack.
I feel like whenever I crave chips a lot, like that's probably my downfall more than like candy. So I need something like crunchy. So carrots and ranch kind of help.
Mhm.
All right, guys, that was about 15 minutes. We ready to switch?
Oh my gosh.
Please.
Okay. Should we move it?
I feel like
Well, like-
Oh my gosh, we're all talking at the same time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, do we want to move up
Yeah.
or down? Should I be facilitator next?
Sure. Okay, so how real is this?
I have
Huh?
no idea.
Are you all being really honest? Or is it just...
Sort of.
I'm completely honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Both my parents have diabetes.
Yeah, my dad definitely got mad at me for taking away the cream.
Yeah, I felt like it was going for reals, and when I was saying my comments, I was like, "Oh man, I feel such like a jerk right now."
It's okay. If you don't belong in a diabetes support group, you're gonna have to fake it for a little while. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
And like the helping rejecting complaint, I was just complaining the whole time.
Okay.
Because you're the complainer guy, right?
Yeah.
hmm
Like I wanted to be more overbearing, but honestly, it felt like not me at all. It was just hard. I felt mean. Like I don't know you guys yet, so it's like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So it was weird to be the
Yeah.
silent one. I was like, I want to help, but I'm not going to. Okay, so I will facilitate next. So do you guys know what you're gonna be?
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking at the thing right now.
I'm the silent one, right?
Sorry, did we move up or down?
I think I moved up.
You moved
Yeah.
up, so you were the silent one. I was monopolist, so now I'm the silent
Now
one.
you're the silent one. And then
I'll be the monopolist.
yeah, you could be the monopolist, and then Stephanie, you could be the help rejecting complainer.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do that.
Yeah. We all ready again? All right, guys, welcome to our meeting on diabetes. My name is Haley Eslick, and I thought we could maybe introduce ourselves by just giving one fun fact about yourself. So I guess I will go first. A fun fact is that my husband and I just recently bought a house, so that's why all the walls are white. I haven't painted anything yet, so it's a little bit dull around here, but we're getting there. I got a chair recently, so that was good. So now if we want to just go around, if you could tell me your names and something interesting about yourselves.
Sure, I'll go first. My name is Manny. I'm from Texas, and a little thing about myself. I like a good baseball game, where going to baseball, attending baseball games, and being there with my wife. I like that.
That's great, yeah.
I can go next. My name is Stephanie Loveland, and I like running, but it's really cold in Rexburg, so I haven't been able to.
I feel that happened to me for a while.
I'm
Yes.
Angela. Sorry.
No.
I'm Angela, and I'm quiet.
Okay, that is good to know. Maybe we'll be able to break you out of your shell a little bit in our group.
Maybe.
So I was thinking that this week we could maybe talk about some of the ways that we could become more active in our lives, because we know that when it comes to diabetes, there's a genetic element, there's the nutrition element, but there's also the working out element of being active and not just living a sedentary life. So I thought maybe we could first talk about what you guys either do for work now or what you hope to do for work, and how that, like, if you will be active in your job or if you will have a sedentary job.
Can you repeat that again, please?
So either what job you currently have or a job that you hope to have, will you be active in that job, or do you plan on being sedentary in your career?
I can go first.
Okay.
Well, I plan on being a mom because I have a baby. And I think it's a fairly active lifestyle and job because you're always chasing little ones.
I would agree. I think you can make it be a lot more active too if you want. If you can pack them up and take them to the park or something, you can, get yourself out there doing physical things.
And he loves working out with me. He's 6 months, but I'll put him in the stroller and push him away and pull him back, and he laughs. It's so funny. So including him in the workouts is fun.
Yeah. What about you, Manny?
I'm just thinking about it, and currently I have a job in the office, taking some doing audits and invoices and stuff like that. But I find it really hard to exercise or stay active. It's more sedentary because I work about it's like a 25-minute drive from home. During the times I go, well, more like an hour because with traffic, California traffic is really bad. Oh yeah, I didn't mention I moved from Texas to California.
Mhm.
And I think it's what?
Oh, where to in California?
Sacramento.
I've only ever
California.
driven through or flown through there, but
My best friend
Nice,
got
isn't
married
it?
there.
Really? Nice. Yeah, and the traffic is bad, and I don't know. It's just hard to be active because I spend most of my time driving back and forth, and I get home super late, and I leave home super early, and I never really find time to exercise.
yeah, that is very understandable. It's definitely something you got to learn to work around. It's not just easy for you.
Yeah, not really easy.
How about you, Angela?
Right now I'm a student and I am preparing.
Uh-oh, did we lose Angela?
She froze for a second.
She's really quiet.
Are you
I'm
there,
really
Angela?
quiet. Look.
Hi.
There you go. I think you're
Okay.
back.
Oh,
Maybe hold on. This might be laggy a little bit.
we can hear you now.
Oh, there you go.
got it.
Yeah, that sounds louder.
Yeah, so I'm a student right now, and as much as I can, which is in the sector of public, making sure the work environment is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's active because I'll be going around.
Yeah, you might be somewhere in the middle too, where some days you're going and talking to people and moving around a lot, and some days you might be in the office writing something up. So it's kind of somewhere right in the middle, probably. Let's see. For me, right now, I am working at Kohl's, and I am on my feet and running around for 8 or 9 hours every day. But I do plan on working in an office later, so I'm going to have to learn how to properly make that transition. So I guess, do you guys have any tips on how to become more active? You know, if you have very little time or some other sort of constraints or, you know, travel or something like that. Do you guys have any tips?
No. Maybe like I think maybe waking up earlier, even though it's hard and nobody wants to do it. Just wake up just a little bit earlier to get into like a small workout.
Get a little workout in the morning. I know you mentioned, Stephanie, getting your baby involved in your workouts really helps because you can entertain him while you're also, you know, being active. You could maybe do that with other family members as well. You know, maybe you were engaged, right, Angela? So maybe you could spend time with your fiance while being at the gym.
Gym day.
Yeah. I don't know if I can share something. It's just hard to wake up early in the morning. I mean, you already come tired from work, and you just want to sleep and sleep in a little bit, and you're always in the traffic, and it's hot and frustrating, and people are honking and accidents going on. I don't know. What do you guys think could help me in my situation?
You could flex your abs in the car.
That's I think that's a good idea.
Very little tiny weight.
Yeah, bring some like dumbbells you can lift while like always hold on to the wheel, but like you can.
Yeah, that'd be important because then I'd be in an accident.
I don't know. Driving is a hard one because, I mean, if you're at work, maybe you could sit on an exercise ball or, go on a walk during your breaks. But while you're physically driving, maybe you could save time on something else while you're driving. I know I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Maybe you could, like, get your textbooks as an audiobook and listen to them while you're driving. So then when you get home, you have a little less to do, so you can work out then instead.
That's true.
Or like watching a show during commercials, you could like do some planks. Or I know there's like things like if you watch Harry Potter, like every time a spell's cast, you do like 15 squats, and every time they say whatever you do, like a different thing. There's like phrases. Those are fun, I guess. Also, have you ever seen Friends?
Yes.
Monica is like training Chandler. She like makes him do butt clenches at work. In the car.
There you go. While you're in the car.
There you go.
Do you have anything, Angela? No? That's all right. Let's see. You guys have any personal stories of anything like that working for you in your own life? I know sometimes if you've had all the time in the past, growing up, felt like I had so much time to do other things in high school, but have a lot less as an adult.
Oh, don't get me started. I agree. Work and everything is just so hard. Man, I wish I can go back to those days.
Mm-hmm. Do you think maybe you could even think about long-term changing your job so that you won't have to work as many hours or as far away or things like that, so maybe you'd have more time to work out?
Well, I don't even have time to apply to other jobs. I get home around 8, eat, talk to my wife a little bit, and go to sleep and wake up again every day. It's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely understandable. Did anybody have any other concerns other than time constraints that might stop you from being more active?
Other than school and baby.
Mm-hmm.
No.
School could definitely be difficult because it requires a lot of focus. Sometimes it's hard to work out and focus on something else at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some benefits, though. If you were on campus at BYU Idaho, you have that free gym.
It's really nice, yeah.
That's nice. I guess money could be another issue we could talk about, having a gym membership or what things you could do for free, what things you can't. Do you guys have gym memberships?
No, they're too expensive.
Too expensive.
I don't have the time.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we could talk about workouts you could do at home instead. I know you said you liked running, Stephanie, but it's too cold outside to run. Mm-hmm. That's always hard. It really makes your lungs burn.
Yes.
I tried to go running once in Rexburg, and it was probably January, and my thigh muscles were actually it was really painful, and I was I didn't know that cold could do this, but
the cold's awful.
It's terrible. So what kind of activities do you guys do indoors to be more active?
I like yoga. It's hard, but it's inside and it's warm. Mm-hmm. And if it's adventurous, it could be hot. So
mm-hmm. It could also be social while doing yoga. You could go to classes, talk to other people maybe. That could be fun. Keep you motivated.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good topic. What other ways do you guys think of that could keep you motivated to be active?
I think Angela mentioned she's getting married. I feel like that was a big motivator for me when I was getting married.
Yeah, I know my husband talks a lot about, because I come from a really unhealthy family, so we talked about before we got married that he doesn't want our kids to have a bad example for parents, so he wants to make sure that we're modeling healthy behaviors so that our kids don't like need motivation. It's just like a part of how they grew up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's something we plan on doing. But once you already don't have the motivation, you kind of have to turn that around and figure out how to have more on your own. Does anybody have anything that's really worked, or maybe like an exercise or a class you took that was actually really fun, even though you normally hate exercising?
I tried Zumba.
Tried Zumba.
It was
I tried
terrible.
Zumba, but yeah, I was really bad at Zumba. I thought maybe it would get better the more you did it. You'd like learn some of the moves, I guess. And
They change them every time, and you're like, I'm still doing this over here, and they're like, yeah.
That was really confusing. I know one of my friends really enjoyed kickboxing, but I've never actually tried it. Have you guys ever done kickboxing?
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of usually requires another person, so you can't do that on your own.
Punching bag or something.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, what do you guys want to talk about next week?
Maybe we could work on trying harder to fit in a workout. Like maybe we could set a goal and then we'd have to report to you.
Okay. Why don't you guys set those goals and write them down? And that's about 15 minutes. So move on.
It's hard not to laugh.
I know. Okay, let's see.
Or against the personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Angela, you're the
now
facilitator.
I'm the facilitator.
Mm-hmm.
Silent one.
My best, just ramble.
I'm the.
I think you're the
Monopolist. Oh man.
monopolist. Okay, so they.
I'm the monopolist.
Yeah.
Wait,
are you?
Sorry, what?
Manny.
I think I'm the.
Sorry.
I'm the complainer this time. I'll be the complainer. Okay.
No, I should have done better at that, but nobody else was talking, and I felt bad.
I know.
I felt bad. Something I couldn't.
I tried to make them negative, but.
All right.
Like super nice.
Yeah.
Let me tell.
Hi, I can monopolize this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Action.
All right. Start when you want, Angela.
Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. So my name is Angela, and today we're going to be in this diabetes support group. We're all going to help one another. So let us just let's make some introductions and just go around, talk, and get your support here, and everyone's here for you. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Haley, how about you start?
Sorry, what?
I said, oh, how about Haley? How about you start?
I start.
Is it freezing?
It is freezing, but like I can hear most of what you're saying, so it's gonna work just fine.
I'll pop.
Okay. So I'm Haley Eslick. I live in Austin, Texas right now. I grew up in Idaho. I recently went back to visit, and it was terribly cold, and I don't know how I ever survived. It's freezing. Right now it's probably about 75 outside, and I am loving it. So.
Man, I lived in Austin before.
Oh, really? What part of Austin?
I lived on the UT campus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I live so north Austin that I'm almost in Pflugerville. So it's definitely pretty far from UT. But someday I think I'll go to a UT game, but I don't know. There's a lot of people, and that's really expensive, so I've never done it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Stephanie?
I can go.
Okay.
My name is Stephanie, and right now I live in Rexburg, Idaho, and I am from Louisiana.
Awesome.
That's great. How's Louisiana? I've always wanted to visit there.
It's humid, and it's like a different country. It's like culture shock when you go there.
Oh, I see. All right, and yeah, you guys know me. I'm facilitating this, but my name is Angela. I'm actually from this town called Walnut in California. It's like 20 minutes from Disneyland is how I describe it to everyone. Pittsburgh, last semester, and that was my last one. So this is my last one. Graduate, Utah. So I'll be going to Salt Lake in like 2 months. Here to help one another. Does anyone have a reason as to why they're here? Maybe a family member that has diabetes, you're battling with it yourself? Just feel free to share. The floor is open for you guys.
So I can share first. Oh, I guess you have your hand up. You can go first. Manny.
Sorry, I know I'm really quiet, but my name's Manny. I didn't introduce myself, and I'm here because I just need help with diabetes. I know I should speak more, but
Sorry, what did you say?
I know I need to speak more,
Okay,
but
you can.
I need help.
It's when you want, whenever you feel comfortable, okay?
Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. You raised your hand.
All right.
Maybe I should raise my hand. So I'm here because my husband's dad has diabetes, and his dad's dad has diabetes, and my husband doesn't have it, but if we aren't careful, he could get type 2 diabetes. So
you want to prepare ahead of time.
yeah, just want to avoid that.
Yeah, okay, definitely. How about you, Haley?
I'm here because my parents have diabetes and they don't want to do anything about it, and I don't really want to do anything about it either. So I want to see if there's any easy things I can do.
Well, this group is definitely here to help that situation that you have. So we're all here to one another. And I'll share my diabetes story too. So my aunt and my mom and dad, actually all of them have diabetes, eat really badly, and I actually grew up eating really badly too. I just had really fast metabolism, so it never showed on me. Very good, obviously, because then it just kind of continued this process of eating badly. So I think diabetes might be in the genetics. So for myself, I also have to be careful with what I eat. And so let's talk about what actions have you guys taken to get away from
So
how about sorry, hold on. All right.
It's like glass shattering.
Yeah,
It was glass shattering. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, he's gonna clean it up. It's okay. Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
What were we talking about?
What actions have you guys done? Giving solutions for diabetes. Yeah, getting away from that disease. That threw me off. Wow. Sorry, guys.
I try not to buy junk food and have it in the house so that my husband won't eat it because he likes to eat everything. And I don't mean that in a bad way. He's not picky, so he'll eat it.
Okay. How about you, Manny? Do you have anything to say?
It's just hard sometimes to not getting to buy the food I want. But yeah.
I don't know. I've tried to eat differently, hoping that it'll teach my parents to eat differently, but they don't really seem to learn anything from my examples, so I don't really know what else to do.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel angry, Haley?
Sometimes. Definitely doesn't seem like they want to listen to me, so it makes me not really want to listen to them either.
I can see how you would feel frustrated. That is a frustrating situation. Yeah.
Do you still
Do you have any solutions?
Does Haley, do you still eat healthy, like even after you noticed that it wasn't helping your parent?
Well, I still try to eat healthy, but I don't live around them anymore. So I used to really try to set an example for them, but now that I've moved far away, it doesn't really matter what I eat.
I see. I guess on the topic of eating, do you guys have any suggestions for Haley to maybe have some healthy recipes that would helpful for cravings?
Peaches were just in season, and those helped a lot with like sweet cravings.
My family does like peaches.
Peaches are delicious.
Oh, yeah.
I just gotta
Yeah,
teach them
fruit
to
is a
not put
good
it in a
alternative.
pie.
Yep, that is true.
Or you can
It's okay. It's a step-by-step process.
So peaches are good.
hmm
Yeah, so peaches are good. Yeah, and we understand that changing lifestyle takes time. Necessarily a one day to the next absolute change. Can help ourselves and our family members and loved ones in a step-by-step manner. You wouldn't have to feel so frustrated all the time, maybe just little steps here and there. Yeah, so I can give a couple. I'm doing group meeting.
Yeah, that definitely sounds
Anyways,
like it would help me.
So I would suggest that we can have like celery if you're craving chips. Fruit is great for those sweet cravings, even though it is sugary, but it is a healthier alternative rather than giving into glazed apples or chocolate around the corner.
What about when I
There's a
want
lot of
to eat out?
temptation.
If I want to eat out to be fast,
And you want to
what
eat
kind of
out?
things could I do? Yeah.
I think most places have a healthy option on their menu nowadays.
They do, yeah, they do. And like with the calories, so how many calories it is, it's not like a good indicator whether there's good nutrients all the time, but it does, kind of give an eye as to whether it's healthier or not. Yeah, they have those nutrition menus now for most restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's required now to have like your nutritional facts
somewhere, yeah, I think
like,
so.
either online or on the menu.
Mm-hmm. What could I do to just
so
avoid eating out?
Cook at home.
Maybe have like snacks available already, so you're not tempted to like, oh, let's get In-N-Out, or let's go get ice cream right now. They even have those. I think it's called Halo Top. Those are a lot better for you than of Haagen-Dazs, which is amazing, but do better here, So step by steps.
I think Dryers just came out with one too, and it's like Delight, and it's supposed to be better than Halo Top. I haven't tried it, but
yeah. These options. You look at the fat content too. Something that says low fat could have higher amounts of sugar, I think, or vice versa. So just be careful of that. There's a lot of alternatives, and I feel like Google, good suggestions, because Google knows everything. Some suggestions for you.
I think like where you can like order the meals to come to your door and then like you cook them, like Blue Apron. Those are like healthy options, and you don't have to prep anything. It's just like comes to your door and you cook it.
Or Stephanie?
I almost did. Like I was gonna buy it, and then I talked myself out of it.
I had
Oh,
some friends that did do it for a while, but they have a baby, and they said that most of the meals took like 30 to 45 minutes to cook. And then when like you're trying to corral the baby, then all of a sudden it was like an hour to cook, and then they didn't have the time for it. So, and I'm
okay.
pretty sure it's something like $10 a meal. So I don't know. It's got its ups and
Pretty
downs.
pricey, but if you're eating out every meal, I feel like it's equivalent.
Just a healthier
Add up
option.
with eating. Yeah, it is. It is kind of an issue that cheaper food tends to be. If you're going to go to home, it does tend to get pricier. But what I find works too is getting in and meal prepping. It's healthy and it provides food for about a week or so. You can mix it up, and that helps too. And I find that meal prepping helps prevent from. So just take a day out of the week and take that time to meal prep.
When you say meal prep, do you mean like just plan out your meals and buy everything for them, or are you talking about like making the meals?
I don't like making the meals. You just take a couple hours to worth or a week's worth, however fast you cook. Well, those are some good. Did you feel like those suggestions helped, or did you want other suggestions?
I think they help. It would just be a matter of convincing them, not convincing me.
For Christmas, you could get them like the subscription for the boxes.
There you go.
Healthy food shipped right to the door.
And make it a present.
Yeah.
Feel about our suggestions?
I think they're good. Yeah.
Good. Let's talk about exercise. How do you stay active in right now?
Well, I take my baby on walks, and I use him as like a weight because he weighs 15 pounds, and I don't have dumbbells. So, like baby arm presses.
That's good. Just use your baby.
He enjoys it.
Exercise. I like to run sometimes. I wake up sometimes in the morning to run, but it's difficult, but I try my best.
It's good. At least you're trying,
Okay, guys.
We good?
Yeah, we're
okay.
good. Okay.
All right.
Oh my goodness. One more, right?
I'll take out my wallet.
This is getting painfully repetitive, but here we go.
Yeah.
No,
One more.
so awkward.
Okay, so I'm the facilitator now, right?
Yeah, you're the
Oh,
facilitator.
Am I the silent one?
Yes.
Yes.
You are.
My baby's like squealing in the background.
It's okay. One more. 15 minutes. We're good.
What broke, Angela, real quick?
It's on the complainer.
Yeah, Angela, what broke?
It was a light bulb. They were changing it, and then did you open it the wrong end up?
Oh yeah, there's the wrong area.
Yeah, they like opened it the wrong end or something like that, and it totally shattered.
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
It sounded way bigger than a light bulb.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
out the window, like
Oh,
someone breaking in.
And yeah, sorry, people are like coming in and out of the room, and you heard my soon-to-be future nephew. It's like my fiance's son, and I don't know why he said the room smells, because it doesn't.
Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna be the complainer.
Okay. Start whenever you want, Manny.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, guys. Thanks for coming today to the this support group on diabetes. My name is Manny Fierro. I'm actually a public health student, and we're doing this to help each other out with our diabetes issues that we might have. And to start off, to present the goal of this meeting today will be to help us strengthen the relationship we have between each other. We're barely bringing ourselves the first time to strengthen that relationship to help each other out with our issues and with that concerning diabetes. And to start off, I'd like to start with a small icebreaker. If you guys can state your favorite color, well, state your name, where you're from, your favorite color, why is it your favorite color, and if you can also state why are you here in the support group, why did you agree to come today? And I don't know if we can start with you, Haley.
Yeah, sure. We could start with me. My name is Haley Eslick, and I'm from Austin, Texas. Oh my goodness, it's a baby. I got distracted.
Yeah, the cute baby.
I usually say my favorite color is black. My nails have been black since I was about 10. I don't do any other colors except for my wedding because the temple was like, nah. And I was like, okay, that's understandable. What else? Oh, and why I agreed to come to the support group. I have a lot of family with diabetes, and I really want to help them, but I'm not sure how. So I was hoping to come for some advice and some help.
Perfect. Nice to meet you, Haley. Thank you for sharing that. I don't know, Angela, could you be next?
Really want to be here. Sure.
Angela. Yeah.
I don't want to be here, but Angela and
She froze again.
No.
sorry, what?
You froze.
Oh, I froze or Stephanie
Yeah.
froze?
No, you froze.
Yeah, I said my favorite color is blue.
And the last question is what's the reason that you came to the support group today?
I don't know. My friend told me to.
Okay, well, nice. So you have a really good friend. We're here to help each other, and that's nice of your friend to invite you here. And Stephanie, I know you got kind of busy, but we're just going around sharing our, saying what our names are. What's your favorite color and why are you here on the support group today?
Okay, well, my name's Stephanie, and my favorite color is clear because I like all colors. I'm here so that I can control my diabetes, hopefully.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for sharing that. And I'll go ahead and, well, as I stated before, my name is Manny. I'm from Texas, but currently I'm living here in California. And my favorite color is red because I feel that it represents fire and power and determination to progress. And I decided to create the support group because I myself, from a youth, suffer from type 1 diabetes. And I know how it's hard to go through a life with diabetes. And the objective of the support group today is to talk about the mental side of diabetes, connection with the nutrition. And my first question for all of you is, how has diabetes affected your life? Anyone can go first.
I could go first. I would say it's affected my life by having parents with diabetes that didn't want to control it. They kind of set a bad example for me, so they kind of put me on a path towards diabetes. So I have to learn how to turn that around.
And how did that make you feel?
A little frustrated, I guess, because a lot of people were able to get a better start than me. So it feels like they don't have to work as hard to live a healthy life.
All right, thank you for sharing that. Angela, what about you?
Again?
So how has diabetes affected your life? I know you stated you kind of don't want to be here, but your friend invited you, and I just wanted to get to know more about how has diabetes affected your life?
Oh, I guess my friend wanted me to go here because I was all mad about my parents not being proactive about their life, and it's all frustrating. That's why I'm here. But I don't think this group can help me that much. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's true. Sometimes we need help from more people, and it's hard to see the the answers right away, but it seems that you and Haley share a similar situation with your parents and diabetes. Haley, you stated that it's unfair that you didn't have a fresh start as other kids have, but have you found ways to overcome that like that sentiment of wishing it wasn't like that, or
I
something
don't
like
know.
that?
I don't know if I've learned too much, but I think I'm a little less angry living farther away from them, distancing myself from them, at least food-wise.
Okay. And how do you think Angela can be less angry at the situation that she has?
Maybe communicate with your parents about it a little bit. Um, Maybe if you can help them to understand their diabetes, then they could change and maybe they'll feel a little bit differently about it. Um, and then it'll help you feel differently about it as well.
Oh, thank you for sharing that, Haley, and hopefully that helps, Angela, and hopefully the support group helps. I know that it must be frustrating to be here and to be told to be here, but hopefully that you can come out with a solution or something useful from it. And Stephanie, we asked a question about how has diabetes affected your life?
Well, I guess, I mean, I have it, so it affects me every day.
Okay. And how does I myself had diabetes since my youth, and I know it must be frustrating. How do you feel having diabetes every day?
Well, it's something like I've always had, so it's nothing new. I feel
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that. And on a follow-up question, this will probably go with you, Stephanie, since you've had more experience daily life. How have you coped with the diabetes? I know you mentioned that it's okay, it's part of life, and it seems like you cope with it a little bit, but I just want you to explain how you've done that.
I don't know. I guess my parents are really good about like making sure that we were a healthy family.
Okay. Okay, cool. And what suggestion, now that you've grown up and gained the wisdom from your parents, what suggestion could you give to those that are affected by those that are not affected daily by diabetes, but have others, such as Haley and Angela, who have their parents who are affected by diabetes? What can you share to them from a personal standpoint?
Avoid it like the plague. You don't want it.
It's true. I guess
And
some people got to learn to live with this, and some of us should learn to try our best not to ever have to live with it.
yeah, exactly. And I think that's one important thing to remember, that even though others are suffering and it might suck, it might not be the optimal life for us to have, with others trying to having to adapt our lives to others by their diets and their way of life. But understand that sometimes it really sucks to have diabetes, and how Stephanie says to avoid it like a plague. And one question that I wanted to ask, I just went to my mind. And for all of you, if you could answer this question, one at a time, what do you think could help people with diabetes? So you're Haley and Angela, your parents, and you, Stephanie, yourself, to overcome that feeling of despair. Because I know sometimes people with diabetes think that they have to live a life that under certain restrictions, but how do you think people can overcome those restrictions? Or have you had experiences where people have learned to overcome those feelings of I don't know how to say it, restrictions?
I don't know the word either, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I could go first. I think,
Okay.
and this would probably apply more to type 2 diabetes than type 1 diabetes, but I think doing something about it helps a lot, because if you are just sitting there thinking about like, oh, I'm going to have to change this, I'm going to have to, eat differently, I'm going to have to exercise more, I'm going to have to, be on medication, it's like, it gets really overwhelming. Whereas if you just start doing something one step at a time and you're progressing, it helps you feel like you're getting somewhere and you're not so stressed out about it.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely. If we start acting upon it, then it won't be that much of a problem. And you, Angela, what are your thoughts?
If you understand like the bigger situation of things, like if my parents want to be healthy and to be able to see like grandkids in the future, like then they would have to eat better, more healthier.
Okay, perfect. And you, Stephanie?
I think that support groups help because you find people that are like in the same situation or can relate, and you're not alone. You're just reminded that you're not alone.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's one of the reasons we had this support group today, because throughout my life as a type 1 diabetic, it sucked to not have the same eating habits as other children, eating all the cake that I wanted, or eating all the nutrition, all the fun foods and candies. But I think I do agree that those support groups help you know that there's other people out there, that it's not the end of the world and there's other ways to overcome it. And unfortunately, we have about 3 minutes left in our meeting. It's a small support group today. Today we talked more about the mental side of diabetes, of overcoming those trials and overcoming those setbacks that we have that people can have as diabetics. Do you have any suggestions of what we can discuss in the next support group? Any questions or doubts that you have that want to be answered? No, Stephanie, okay.
Maybe something like how to communicate with other people about diabetes. Like, so if you're in a situation where you don't want to eat something, you don't want people around you pressuring you to do that, or having people be like, no, just eat this, or no, don't work out, come do this. How to talk to other people, convince them that your health is important to you.
Perfect. I'll take a note of that, and we'll set it up, and I'll send out just a schedule of how things were going to go, and we'll add that in there. Thank you, Haley. And Angela, do you have a suggestion of what we should talk about next week?
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Next week, see if I'll come back.
Okay. Well, hopefully, Angela, you saw some answers to your problems, and we would love to hear from you throughout the time, and hopefully see you next week. Do you mind if I call all of you? Well, do all you guys mind if I call you a couple of days before, just to remind you of the support group?
Sure.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your inputs and your answers. Maybe the same thing, but it was great to know you guys, and just know that we're here to help each other out, and I hope that everyone feels a little bit closer to each other so we can continue and overcome this problem of diabetes around the world. And hopefully throughout these future support groups, we can find more answers to help each other in our lives, and help, in the example of Haley and Angela, to help their parents and help cope with their parents and their situation, and with Stephanie and myself, that we have to deal with diabetes constantly in our lives. We can find ways to better improve our health and overcome those setbacks that are in our lives. And yeah, any other last comments, questions that you guys have?
Nope.
Perfect. Then we'll see each other next week.
Okay. I'm going to stop the recording.